There's something about the right words spoken at the right time that can change everything. Women aren't just attracted to looks, status, or wealth. What really gets inside their heads, what keeps them up at night thinking about you, is how you make them feel. Most men waste their breath on compliments that go in one ear and out the other. You're beautiful. You have amazing eyes. That dress looks great on you. Nice, sure, but forgettable. But when you say something that makes her stop, that makes her pulse quicken, that makes her wonder what exactly you meant by that, you flip the game. You've gone from just another guy to the one she can't stop thinking about. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And the words you choose are a reflection of your reaction to her presence. When you speak with intention, when you choose words that carry weight, you are not just reacting to her beauty, you are reacting to the effect she has on you. And that reaction, when expressed with control and precision, is what makes her feel something she has never felt before. In this video, I'll give you 3 forbidden compliments so powerful, so dangerously effective, that they'll ignite something deep inside her. Use them wisely, because once you do, she'll never look at you the same way again. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you cultivate thoughts of presence, intention, and emotional honesty, your soul reflects that in the words you speak. And women will feel it. They will sense that you are different from the men who speak without thinking. And that difference is what will make you unforgettable. Let's get into it. Compliment 1. There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out. Attraction isn't just about what you see, it's about what you feel. It's about that undeniable magnetic pull when 2 people are standing close and neither one can quite explain why their hearts are beating just a little faster. This compliment taps into that energy. It doesn't just make her feel pretty or desirable. It makes her feel dangerous, addictive, unforgettable. Most guys go straight for the obvious. You're beautiful. You have amazing eyes. That dress looks incredible on you. And sure, those compliments work, but only for a moment. They give her a small hit of validation, but they don't stick. She's heard them all before from men who had no real impact on her. Compliments like that fade as quickly as they're spoken. But when you say, "There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out," you do something completely different. You don't just flatter her, you make her obsess. Because now you've given her a puzzle, and women can't resist a puzzle when it's about them. Suddenly she's wondering, what is it about me that's driving him crazy? Why can't he figure it out? What does he see in me that no one else does? And that's the moment she starts to fall. Women don't just want to be admired, they want to be wanted in a way that feels uncontrollable. They want to feel like their presence alone can make a man lose his composure, that there's something about them, something deeper than looks, that pulls a man in and refuses to let him go. When you use this compliment, you're not just telling her she's attractive, you're telling her she's dangerous, that she has a power over you that she didn't even know she had. And nothing turns a woman on more than that. But the real magic is all in how you deliver it. Imagine you're sitting next to her, the conversation flowing effortlessly, the energy between you charged with something unspoken. Maybe you're making her laugh. Maybe she's looking at you with that slightly mischievous glint in her eye. And then in a quiet moment when she least expects it, you lean in just a little, not too much, just enough for the air between you to shift, and you say it slowly, deliberately. "There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out." And then you pull back. Don't explain. Don't rush to clarify. Just let the words settle between you. Let them hang there like a challenge she wasn't expecting. Because now she's hooked. She might play it cool at first, shrugging or teasing you, but inside she's dying to know more. She wants to ask, "What do you mean? What is it about me? Tell me." But she won't, not yet. Because women understand this game just as well as men do, and she won't give in that easily. But later, when she's alone, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying your words in her mind, that's when it'll hit her. She won't just be thinking about you. She'll be feeling you. The way your voice dropped just a little when you said it. The way you looked at her like she was something rare, something mysterious, something you couldn't quite put into words. The way you left the compliment unfinished, making her fill in the blanks on her own. And the more she thinks about it, the deeper she falls. Women are emotional creatures. They don't just want to be noticed. They want to be felt. They want to feel like they have an impact, like their presence alone can shake something loose in a man's chest. This compliment does exactly that. It tells her that she's not just another pretty face. She's different. She's dangerous. And she's someone who has already started to take up space in your mind. That's the kind of thing a woman fantasizes about at night. The next time you see her, watch how she looks at you. There'll be something different in her eyes now. A new curiosity, a quiet hunger, because the seed has been planted and now she needs to know more. But don't give it to her too quickly. Keep that mystery alive. Let her wonder. Let her chase the answer, because the longer she wonders, the deeper she falls. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." When you leave the compliment unfinished, you are not anxiously dependent on her reaction. You are present, grounded, and confident. And that confidence is what makes her want to know more about you. Compliment 2. I probably shouldn't say this, but damn, you're dangerous. There's something intoxicating about being called dangerous, especially by a man who looks like he just realized he's in trouble. Women aren't used to hearing that. They're used to being called beautiful, sexy, stunning, words they've heard 1,000 times from men who wanted something from them. But dangerous, that's different. That's exciting. That's a game changer. And the way you say it, that's everything. You don't just blurt it out like some cheap pickup line. No, this is something you say in a moment of undeniable tension, when you're close, when the energy is so thick between you that it's almost suffocating. Maybe she just said something playful, something teasing, something that made you look at her in a way you weren't expecting. That's when you lean in, eyes locked on hers, and say it low, slow, like the words slipped out before you could stop them. I probably shouldn't say this, but damn, you're dangerous. And then you let it hang. Let her feel the weight of those words. She won't be able to ignore the way her stomach flips, the way heat spreads up her neck, the way her lips part slightly like she's about to say something, but she stops herself because now you've just changed everything. This compliment isn't just about telling her she's attractive. It's about framing her as the temptation. It's about shifting the dynamic so that she's no longer the one evaluating you. You're the one evaluating her, and she's the one who suddenly feels like she's in the hot seat. And trust me, women love that feeling, because here's the truth. Every woman wants to feel like she's the kind of woman who could make a man lose his self-control, like she has that effect, like she's that girl. And when you look at her, shake your head slightly and say, "You're dangerous." You're telling her that she is. You're telling her that there's something about her that makes you want to take risks, that being around her is playing with fire, that if you're not careful, she might just wreck you. And that's exactly the kind of thought that keeps a woman up at night, because now she's thinking, what is it about me that makes him say that? Why does he look at me like that? Does he feel the same pull that I do? And once those questions start looping in her mind, you've got her. The best part is the mystery, because when she asks, "What do you mean?" and she will, you don't give her a straight answer. You just smirk, shake your head slightly, and say, "You know exactly what I mean." And then you change the subject, move on, act like it didn't even happen. Now she's left sitting there, heart pounding, replaying your words over and over again, wondering what you meant, wondering why that compliment felt so different from every other one she's ever received. And when she's lying in bed that night, unable to get you out of her head, that's when she starts fantasizing about you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, "No great thing is created suddenly." And the impact of a well-delivered compliment is not created suddenly. It is built through timing, through presence, through the willingness to say something unexpected. And when you say something unexpected, you create a moment that she cannot forget. You become the man who did not follow the script, the man who made her feel something she did not expect to feel. And that is what makes you unforgettable. Compliment 3. You have no idea how hard it is to look at you and not touch you. This isn't just a compliment. It's a confession. It's the kind of thing that slips out when the tension is unbearable, when the air between you is thick with something unsaid. It's not rehearsed. It's not calculated. It feels like a loss of control, and that's what makes it dangerous, because women aren't just attracted to confidence. They're drawn to the moment when a man loses his grip on it, when he's usually composed, usually in control, but for just 1 second she breaks him. Most guys play it safe. They compliment her in ways that make her feel good, but not in ways that make her crave. They say things like, "You're so beautiful," or "You have the most amazing smile." Nice, sure, but forgettable. But when you lock eyes with her, exhale like you're fighting something inside you, and say, "You have no idea how hard it is to look at you and not touch you," that's when you become unforgettable, because now you've thrown gasoline on the fire. She won't be able to stop herself from feeling it. The way your voice dipped, the way your fingers twitched just slightly like you were holding yourself back, the way your breath hitched like she just did something to you that she didn't even realize. And here's the beautiful part. This isn't just a compliment, it's a challenge. You're making it crystal clear that she affects you, that something about her makes it damn near impossible to keep your hands to yourself. But you're doing it anyway. You're showing discipline, restraint, self-control, and that's what gets into her head, because now she's thinking, what if he lost control? What if he gave in? What would that feel like? And the longer she thinks about it, the more she wants it to happen. But here's the trick. You don't act on it. You don't lean in. You don't touch her. You just let those words sit in the air, let them sink into her skin, then you change the subject like you didn't just completely rewire her brain. And later, when she's lying in bed replaying that moment, that's when she'll start to wonder what it would feel like if you finally did. And once a woman starts thinking about that, she won't be able to stop. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you hold back, when you show restraint, you are exercising that power. You are not being controlled by your desires. You are mastering them. And that mastery is what makes her desire you even more. Because she knows that if you finally do give in, it will be because you chose to, not because you couldn't help yourself. And that choice is what makes the moment electric. Now, let me give you the deeper psychology behind why these compliments work so powerfully. It's not just about the words. It's about what the words represent. Each of these compliments communicates something that women are rarely told but deeply crave. The first compliment tells her she is a mystery, that she cannot be fully understood or categorized. And mystery, as we have discussed, is one of the most powerful drivers of attraction. When a woman feels like she is a puzzle you are trying to solve, she becomes invested in the process. She wants to be the one who finally figures out what it is about her that drives you crazy. And the longer she thinks about it, the more emotionally connected she becomes. The second compliment tells her she is dangerous, that she has power, that she can make a man lose control. And that is intoxicating because it makes her feel desired in a primal way. It taps into her need to feel like she is not just another woman, but the woman, the one who can break through the walls. The third compliment tells her she is irresistible, that the tension is almost unbearable, and that the only thing holding you back is your own self-control. And that is powerful because it creates a sense of anticipation, a feeling that something is building, something inevitable. And anticipation, as we have learned, is one of the most powerful drivers of desire. But here is the most important thing to remember. These compliments are not lines to be memorized and recited. They are not pickup tricks. They are expressions of genuine feeling, of the energy that exists between two people. If you try to force them, they will fall flat. But if you feel them, if they come from a place of genuine attraction and emotional honesty, they will land with devastating effect. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus also taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And when you react to her presence with these kinds of words, you are reacting from a place of honesty. You are not playing a game. You are sharing what you feel. And that honesty is what makes the compliment so powerful. Because she knows you mean it. She can feel it. And when a woman feels that you are being genuine, she lets her guard down. And when she lets her guard down, she allows herself to be vulnerable. And vulnerability is the birthplace of intimacy. So, let me give you the final piece of the puzzle. The real secret to making these compliments work is not the words themselves. It is the man who speaks them. It is the energy behind them. It is the confidence, the presence, the self-control. When you speak these words from a place of calm self-assurance, they are devastating. But if you speak them from a place of desperation or neediness, they will feel hollow. So, work on yourself first. Build your confidence, develop your presence, learn to be comfortable in your own skin, and then, when you are with her, when the moment is right, let the words flow naturally, and watch what happens. Now, there is one more thing I need to tell you. These compliments are powerful, but they are also dangerous. They can create intense attraction, but they can also create confusion if not handled properly. So, use them with intention. Use them with respect. And always be prepared for the possibility that she might actually want you to follow through on the tension you have created. Because if you create that tension and then don't know what to do with it, you will lose her. So, make sure you are ready for whatever comes next. Because when you unlock this level of attraction, you are playing a different game. And in that game, the stakes are higher, but the rewards are greater. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Do not waste the moments you have with her on empty words. Use your words wisely. Use them to create connection, to build tension, to make her feel something she has never felt before. And when you do, you will become the man she cannot forget. The man she thinks about when she is alone. The man she tells her friends about. The man she fantasizes about. That is the power of the right words spoken at the right time. And now, you have them. So, go out there and use them. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use these compliments wisely, and you will change everything. If you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep insights into psychology, attraction, and mastering the mind. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And let me know in the comments which of these 3 compliments you are going to try first. Until next time, stay sharp, stay aware, and never be forgettable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you cultivate thoughts of presence, intention, and emotional honesty, your soul reflects that in the words you speak. And women will feel it. They will sense that you are different from the men who speak without thinking. And that difference is what will make you unforgettable. So, speak with intention, speak with presence, and watch as the world responds to the man you are becoming.